Vitamin C, you're probably going to get explosive diarrhea before you really overdose on that. I mean, you can overdose on anything. If you put a kilogram of vitamin C into your body, you just won't be able to eat enough. I mean, yeah, you can. Someone, I'm sure there's some person in a psychotic ward who could eat 400 bananas in an hour and die of potassium poisoning. But who's going to eat 400 bananas now? But I'm sure someone out there could eat 400 bananas and just rupture their stomach, and then they'll get put in the medical journals. Fruit kills people. Eat Big Macs instead. Or that would be McDonald's slogan: bananas kill, eat Big Macs. You know, whatever. There's always an exception. Just like you could strangle yourself, put on a bike helmet. You just do the chin strap up so tight, just cut your neck off. And someone might say, "Oh, helmets aren't safe," because one time I heard this guy in the psych ward chop his head off with his helmet.
But like,
whatever.
Fruit, the water, the fibre, it regulates your appetite. You know, it takes care of your appetite. Like, you just can't force too much in. Normal people cannot. In a healthy mental state, obviously.
It's like trying to hold 700 watts for an hour. Like, it's not going to happen. Maybe if you took some PCP, some angel dust, and a kilo of cocaine, you could, but you'd probably suffer a heart attack before you finish the hour.
Hey.
Have you guys considered moving to Chiang Mai permanently?
Have we considered moving to Chiang Mai permanently? Yes and no. We like Australia in summertime.
Mum wouldn't be happy about that, would you?
Yeah.
Actually stuff in her face with Julian.
Binge eating disorder.
Binging.
It's not, what time? It's not even dinner time. Why are you eating? It's not dinner. My grandma says you only eat at the clock. You don't eat a minute beforehand.
And
okay,
only the portion that's on the plate.
2 plates? No. You have 1 plate and you have dessert and then it's finished. If you want more, you greedy pig. That's how I was raised. Why wouldn't we move to Chiang Mai? Maybe, maybe not. Just whatever.
Definitely not during the burning season, which is about 3 months, I think, of the year. And we have places in Australia we really enjoy living. So it's a tough
But we're pretty spontaneous. We just like to just get up and go, do whatever, whenever. So
it's an awesome place, though.
yeah, it is. So a lot of good things here. Maybe if we were going to live somewhere, maybe Chiang Rai, a bit quieter, more mountains even to ride. Yeah. Have we ever mixed glucose with calcium gluconate with our B12 shots? That's something more that hospitals do for people who are like, in an extreme case of like, you know, say you rescue someone in the desert or on a boat or something like that, you know, and they hadn't eaten for a month or something like that, and they, you know, low glucose or low whatever, yeah, you do that, but otherwise, no, there's no need to do that. I've never done an IV drip before, but I'm sure if I needed rescuing out in the bush, an IV drip would be appropriate. So I think mixing glucose and calcium gluconate with a B12 shot, I'd say that'd be a bit extreme. It'd be a bit more, it would be like me wearing a life jacket walking around this park. Some people say that's a good idea because you could fall in the lake and the pigeons will land in your face and drown you. So if you've got a life jacket on, you'll be alright. It's probably a bit of an extreme measure. Unnecessary, really. Eat some fruit with your B12 shot. Have your B12 shot and eat a banana.
Come on, Anthony. You know you want to ask it. It's gone?
Yeah, when they're dehydrated. Malaria is the biggest kill on the planet, really. Just people living in places where there's not fresh running water, a lot of stress, financial pressure, inadequate nutrition, not enough calories, not enough vitamin C,
Very sick people.
dehydration, continual, just a lot of stress. Immune system's just compromised, and malaria just knocks out the people who are compromised immune system, unfortunately. So obviously some people don't really have a choice because they're living in areas where there's not enough fresh water. But for everyone else, just look after your immune system. Oscar? thoughts on titanium bike frames. They're light, expensive, pretty strong. Lifetime warranty depending on the brand. If I was going to get a titanium bike, I'd probably get a Linsky Urbanski. Looks like a good touring bike with disc brakes. Yeah, a Linsky Urbanski or a Cooper CX. One of those two I'd get. Everything can brake though. But for touring, anything will work really. But carbon can be fixed, but touring, I think, yeah, what you've got now is really good. Or a titanium Linsky or Bansky. Yeah. I'm getting one soon. I'll get one for a review. I'll check it out. God. You used to have a question, you guys? Do we find it difficult to transition between online life and real life?
We're like the same people, online and offline.
Sometimes. Oh, I mean, all the time. Like when I'm on my bike, especially in Adelaide, my hometown.
We really are the same people, on and offline.
When I'm in Thailand, if I see a group of tourists or something, I'll shout out to them. I wouldn't shout out to any locals because they wouldn't understand. They probably think I'm dissing them. But when I'm in Australia, I'm pretty vocal on the bike. Go past Macca's. Macca's fucking makes you fat. Carb the fuck up, whatever you know. Hashtag, walk past good people, just hashtag carb the fuck up. You know, hashtag go vegan, whatever.
Yeah, it's not hard to adjust when you're just being yourself.
Depends, I mean, like...
Harley used to be the shyest guy you would ever meet. When I met him, super shy. Okay,
super shy.
Like, don't tell everyone. And I think that helps people. You know, very, very shy and very poetic. But you've become, like really confident and just owning it more.
Just practice. Just practice.
Just being the person you want to be.
Last year I didn't really know how to handle scorpions. Now it's just like no worries, you know. Same with snakes and things like that. You just learn, just practice. Have a goal, have an outcome you want, and just practice till you get it. Definitely. Especially with something as simple as confidence or speaking or videos, that's easy to do. If I want to bench press 400 kilos, that's not really realistic, you know. So you do. Anyone can public speak. Anyone can be an authority on the internet these days. Just practice and do it. Work hard. Just fucking work hard.
I think Harley's like an awesome example of someone who has come from being really shy to just really, like
getting sued for sharing my opinion.
Yeah, and strong and confident. Pretty amazing. Oh, thanks, Mum. Yeah, I used to be the shyest child ever. I'd hide behind Mum, didn't I? I was like super shy. I'm still shy, but
I think one secret, you got to want to be a full-blown attention whore.
Yeah.
But we are narcissists. We've got NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, apparently.
Whatever helps the movement.
That's it.
Hey, one question every 5 minutes. Maximum. No, I was talking to
Kenya? Marathon? Would we put an event in Kenya? No way. As much as I love my Kenyan friends, safety is definitely an issue in Kenya. My friend went to Kenya for durian in Zanzibar. We're walking down the street, and he saw two tourists get involved with machete at Machete Point, and said no one did nothing. No one could do nothing. Two big guys walk up to you and say, "Give me your fucking camera, pull out machete. What are you gonna do?" So yeah, but Thailand that doesn't happen. So that's why we always have the retreat here. It's safe. People can go and... Who's had something stolen so far in Thailand? Definitely stolen, not lost. Yeah.
What did you have stolen? Probably by
the back of his fender stolen,
maybe.
I would say what happened is, because what happened to my fender is the screw got loose and it just fell off.
So you don't know for sure it was stolen?
It is just joking. But yeah, I mean, like, it's pretty safe. I mean, in Kenya, you couldn't leave your bikes like that. No way. You know, Indonesia, not even. Malaysia, no way. Because people would be scouting this park and just popping off bikes. But Thailand's so much the safest country I can think of. And like people on the road here are so much more friendly. So we'll keep it in Thailand. Safety, Chiang Mai, rock and roll.
Did you have a question? I forgot your name. Ben's dad. You. I forgot your name.
Ben Senior.
Marcus. Oh, I thought you had one. Okay. Hey.
This is one of the best out of YouTube. Durianrider or Freelee as far as views.
Who's getting more views? Freelee or Durianrider? I'm getting more views per month across my channels.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Per channel versus channel here. Not
Okay, channel versus channel Freelee. Total views me. Total channels
always
combined
finds a way to
me.
win. Always
Number
finds a way.
one. Number one.
Number of views per hour.
Yeah, exactly.
Number one.
You can go to socialblade.com and you can find out the stats. I've got about 4.5 million. This guy's got about 3.2.
3.5.
Lagging behind.
So a good one to
Girl
go by.
power. Woo! Yeah, I got representing.
A good one. You go because there's a website called socialblade.com, and you can go to someone's page and just cut and paste their username into Social Blade, and it'll give all the stats. But the most important stat on YouTube is your last 30-day hits, 30-day views. Subscribers don't mean nothing. Subscribers don't mean anything. It's your views. Subscribers is like a phone number. Like if you go and get phone numbers off girls or guys, doesn't mean they're going to ring you back or they're going to want to talk to you ever again. So someone might subscribe in the moment, but doesn't mean they're going to come to your channel and watch. So your 30-day views is most important. Someone goes, oh, but such and such got more subscribers. It's like, that's good, but it doesn't mean nothing. You want views, you don't want subscribers. You don't want numbers, you want real-life conversations, you want views. And to get that, then it's about working hard and paying attention. But if you just go to socialblade.com, you'll see Freelee, 4.5 million last 30 days, myself about 3.5. Third is Vegan Gains with 2.5.
He's going to overtake us all pretty soon.
At this rate. Started up in January, December last year, just rolling it.
You can definitely take notes of that guy.
So socialblade.com is a great one to check how you're going. And just consistent video uploads is what really matters.
I mean, there's so many channels that have so much potential, but they don't upload.
Enough.
Last video was like 3 weeks ago. That's just...
Or a week ago.
That's, yeah.
A week between video uploads. I used to do that, but...
Once a week's not enough.
That's a good way to kill the channel. It's a bit like having a garden and you water it once a week. And the plants are your viewers. They need water. They need videos like every day, at least, or more. So if you just water your garden once a week, don't expect as much fruit as you could get. You might have a certain personality or demographic that you're targeting or are good at, and you're getting views, but you won't get as much as you would as if you're really pumping out the videos. Just like you might be lucky to inherit good genes or whatever, or just a sense of humour or whatever, editing skills, whatever. But if you don't work hard on that, you won't come close to your natural potential on social media. So harder you work, better results.
Yeah, everyone can be big on YouTube. Everybody.
Everyone can be earning at least 50 grand a year.
Up to how creative you are and how much effort you're willing to put in, patience. Anyone can do it.
I'm trying to get my 90-year-old grandma on YouTube because there's no 90-year-olds out there who are full swearing. Imagine that. No, she doesn't. But let's just say,
she would not swear.
I see myself as like a YouTube talent scout, and I would love to have my grandma get on there. Just you click on the video, grandma tells her how it is, and just she starts swearing. Look at you young fucks, just fucking listen up, blah 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 blah, just hitting it hard. Imagine that. Instant viral, instant fucking viral. 90-year-old swearing her face off. Who's doing that? No one.
We need Baddie Winkle of Instagram. Does anyone know Baddie Winkle? She's hilarious. She's stealing your man since 1930.
This is crazy, man. For their potential on YouTube. Original ideas, crazy. Crazy. What did we do today for fitness, really? What did you do for fitness today?
I rode up Doisy Tab. Just pretty average pace. That's it. Then just rode around here a little bit and kicked my feet up the rest of the day.
And we did the Monday Madness ride where we met at the convention centre at 8 o'clock We ride up this hill called who's done Moncharm? A few of us have done it here. So it's a nice mountain, backside of Doisy Tap. Takes us about 55 minutes, give or take, to go full gas up to the top of the hill. And at the top there's a beautiful lookout, all cabbage farms, and then we stop in for water and drinks at the top. And then we ride back. It's about 90 kilometres return trip. It's good. Just easy out, hard up, and then sort of easy back. It's good. Getting close. And then tomorrow we do the 7 a.m. run. 5:30. Tomorrow we do a 7 a.m. run at the Chiang Mai University. End of Chiang Rai 2 Alley Road. It's in the Facebook group. 7 a.m. run. Walk up the pilgrim track. And Saturday. Hey, what day is it today?
Monday.
I'd say it's tomorrow's Tuesday. Yeah, we do the run tomorrow, 7 a.m. Every Tuesday, Friday, we do the run.
Or Mesha Schmidt.
Mesha Schmidt.
Yeah, he's doing a time trial for sub 40 up Doisy Tap if you want to join him. Where is he?
I think he just left.
Oh, okay.
At 7 o'clock,
yeah.
At the bottom of where we meet for the bike ride. Near the zoo.
Sub 40.
Sub 40, the Mesha Schmidt. He'd do well today. He's a good rider. Wow. It's good stuff. Which one? Point. There's a few people in front of us. In a sec. Porn? Is porn healthy? Oh, that's a controversial one, isn't it? I guess it's an it depends question, isn't it? Some people would say no, some people would say yes, some people would say maybe.
Some people say exploitation.
Some people say exploitation, some people say animals shouldn't be used that way. I don't know, that's a tough one. That's probably a 1 hour conversation. I think my issue with porn is how accessible it is. I mean, I see kids, I put at a school bus one time, or just a public buses, that's during end of school hours, and guys on there, coming up with their private school, jump on their iPhones in the bus and they're watching porn. You know, I'm just like, wow, it's just so accessible.
And it teaches males to treat females as objects and just in a really degrading way. You know, some of the porn out there is just disgusting. Yeah, and then I think guys, these women are on drugs, you know, while they're having sex and just behaving like totally not how they naturally are, and then men are expecting women to behave like that, or they're seeing men treat women in a particular way on these videos, and they're like, oh, maybe that's how I should treat them, I should degrade them as well. So there's also that issue, that's for sure. It can be very degrading.
Yeah, so I guess it depends on the type of porn as well. You've got your old 60s romance porn, soft porn, you know, kissy-missy movie stuff. Protest? I'm going to do a video about that. That's a good topic. But I think my issue with porn is how accessible it is for young people. Bit of an issue. Especially the hardcore stuff.
The way the men treat the women.
Yeah,
generally.
It's just warped.
It's what?
It's pretty warped.
It's warped.
Warped. And for young minds, it's just, I don't think it's healthy, really.
It's conditioning. You know,
it's conditioning at an early age.
About, and they're like, oh, that's how I should treat a woman. And it's like...
Crazy world.
Yeah, it's sick.
I mean, the biggest internet site is Google, Facebook, YouTube, and then I think it's keysmovies.com, which is a porn site.
Or Pornhub or something.
It's like YouPorn or whatever. It's crazy. Tobacco? Soccer. What sports does Freelee play besides cycling? And crab soccer?
Crab soccer?
Yeah, where you can only run sideways up and down a pitch. Like Pac-Man.
Is that what I do, is it? I jog sometimes.
Speed eating.
Used to do some gymnastics back in the day. Kickboxing. Done kickboxing for years, on and off. Since I was like about 15 or something.
Hopscotch. Freelee's a pretty good hopscotcher.
My dad calls these one kick in your dead legs. One kick in your dead legs.
Yep.
And you too, Mum. Strong kickboxing legs. Hello.
Down the back. What's our take on food addictions? Is it real? Freelee.
Yeah, if it involves like stimulating substances like MSG and stuff like that, then that doesn't help. But you got to remember that you need calories, you need carbohydrates. So if you're not meeting that need, and you're going to food and thinking it's an addiction, no, that's just trying to meet your needs. You need to meet those needs before you know whether you're addicted to a substance. So, what do you think?
My take on the food addiction is it's a complex one. Generally people, like my mum says, I'm a food addict. And I'm like, eat something healthy. She said, no, I'm a food addict. People often use that as an excuse to eat shit. Like, my psychiatrist labelled me as a food addict, so that gives me a label, so that means I can do this action. Well, this is my label, this is me, this is my story, like, I'm a food addict. So there's that element. Or there's people who don't eat enough carbohydrates and just get attracted to crap, which is my mum is also as well. I've lived with that for many years of my life, so I've got to see that firsthand, what a destructive, pernicious behaviour it is to believe you're addicted to food. So I'm addicted to breathing, I'm addicted to drinking water or riding a bike. We need to eat. So I think it's more about people don't eat enough of the good stuff, and then they go to eat crap and feel crap, and go see a psychologist who says, yeah, you can eat crap, just try not to eat too much of it.
And there's like stimulating substances like excitotoxins and stuff like that.
Which I don't think they're addictive. I think they just help entice your appetite so you get more calories. Because I don't know anybody who's snorting MSG powder. I don't know anyone who's mainlining salt. I don't know anyone who's just like a bag of salt and just like eating it like that on a regular basis. But if you add it to your rice and your soup and your noodles, you can get enough calories with it. So I think condiments, some people say, oh, it's excitotoxins. Maybe it is, but I think it's, I don't know anyone who's died from...
helpful.
I don't know anyone who's died from vegan garlic powder.
They can be helpful to get enough calories in.
Yeah, I say use excitotoxins, but in moderation. MSG, some people gives them nightmares. Then just use some other condiment, or just eat more fruits. So it's an it depends question. But I don't believe that one can be addicted to food, like they can be heroin or something like that. But there's a big industry telling people they can. I've got friends who are psychiatrists and psychologists, and their motto is: if someone walks in your door, they don't really want a solution. They want to be told they've got a problem, here's your medication, or come back next week and we'll have booking some therapy sessions, sit on my couch while this is what psychiatrists are doing. You've got your back turned to, and most of them are on social media. Yeah, tell us about your problems. Yeah, no worries. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Oh, sorry, no, I was talking, it's crazy what's going on in the psych world. Or they're just listening to you, and I've been for that whole psychiatry route. When I had an accident, my insurance payout required me to attend psychiatry sessions and psychologists, so I've got a bit of first-hand experience. And I can understand why so many psychs and shrinks blow their brains out or do hardcore recreational drugs, because they're just surrounded with this craziness. I think for someone to say they're a food addict is a bit of a victim mentality.
It's another reason to eat less.
Yeah, it can be masked by. I've got a friend who's like, I'm a food addict and he's anorexic, and it's basically, it's a pretty in-depth topic. But I would say, in a sentence, in my opinion, no such thing as a genuine food addiction. Just because people say we're addicted to bananas, we're addicted to rice, we're addicted to vegan pizzas, or whatever. So
it's a great addiction.
They're addicted to breathing, like addicted to the internet, addicted to whatever, being lean or something like that. So be careful what label you let people put on you that is a negative label. Be careful. Because there's plenty of people out there making a lot of money on handing out labels. This is what you are. You're paranoid schizophrenic. Boom, this is what you are for life. Sure, someone might have a psychotic episode for a few weeks in their life, but that doesn't mean they're got a whole mental health issue for life. I've seen plenty of people develop psychosis and end up in mental institutions on full-on medications. They may be just undercarb, dehydrated, whatever, not enough sleep, too much speed pills, too much Ritalin, and they short circuit and they have a breakdown, but then they carry that label they got given by the psychiatrist for life. It's not, when I was 8 years old, the doctor said to me, Harley, you have chronic asthma, you will never ever be as fit as the kids at school on sports day. Just deal with it. Become an academic, Harley. Study more. That's honestly what the doctor said. You will never ever be as fit as the other boys at school. And my mum said, look, so you listen to Dr. Harley, it's unfortunate, that's how it is. My mum believed it, I believed it for so long. But maybe 10, 12 years I believe that. But it's absolute rubbish. So be careful what labels you let people tell you. Especially limiting beliefs. Be very careful.
I was going to ask you guys to tell me a little bit about your dental routine or some tips on what you guys do to protect your teeth. Because my friend's saying that when she eats dates, she feels like she gets these cavities, and I'm starting to feel that way when I drink juice, like the teeth just feel like off.
Dental tips, dental hygiene. If you do have pain from eating fruit, chances are you already have a cavity. I've known people who...
Your previous lifestyle.
Or it's just been there. Like, cavities can often take years to really get bigger and bigger and bigger. They'll start at a microscopic level. Or maybe it's a crack. Maybe you drank some coffee 10 years ago. A microfissure happens where your tooth splits on a microscopic level. And bacteria over time gets in there. Maybe you don't clean it well enough, or you don't floss for a few days. And then it just starts to chew away at the enamel, get into your dentin, and just go from the inside out. Then one day you crack a date pit, boom, your tooth goes in half. You're like, hey, whoa, my fruitarians. So there's a lot of potentials there. But there's a fruitarians who say, I don't brush my teeth anymore, I don't drink water, and their teeth really get bad really quick. Especially people, I just drink coconut water, like water's not natural, it's full of like dead water, like it's bad for you, mercury, I don't drink water, and their teeth just
It's really the
crumble.
dates. It's really the date's fault, but actually it's a date highlighting the problem because it's so concentrated.
In sugar or salt.
Yeah, if you put salt on it, it's going to be the same sort of situation. So anything really concentrated highlights the problem rather than it giving you the problem.
It's a bit like if you have, bad food combined, you eat a standard American meal or Aussie meal and then you have some fruit on top. It's going to give you some pain generally, some bloating or gas, excessively. It's not the fruit's fault. So if someone eats a bit of fruit and they've got a pain in their tooth, I'd get that tooth checked out. We brush, floss, use water picks.
Twice a day, brushing, herbal.
Just with water.
Yeah, I use a herbal toothpaste.
But I've had a lot of experience with dentists as a kid, as an adult, and one lesson I learned was always use a mouth guard when you're sparring with friends. We used to get drunk and just stay up and punch each other without mouth guards. We'd like wear boxing gloves, heavy boxing gloves, and just swing. We'd try not to do headshots, but after a few beers, you're going to get punched in the face anyway. And we just do that every Friday, Saturday night. I'd feel a bit of teeth. You spit, hang on, let me spit a bit of tooth out. And when you're like 21 or 19, that's cool, You're like, you're a hero. And then when you go to dentist at 35, you're like, mate, what the fuck you done your teeth? You're like a professional boxer or something. Or there's times where I didn't really drink enough water, out in the desert, dry mouth. One of the worst things you can do is let your mouth get dry. Because then your saliva production is lowered, and saliva helps remineralise and protect your teeth. So always have some sip on some water. And that's the main reason why fruitarians fail at teeth rapidly, is because a lot of them stop drinking water. They get this like anorexic purity mindset where I don't drink water, I just drink coconut water.
They start under-eating, which makes the mouth more acidic as well.
And then stress as well can be an issue for the dental hygiene. People who get stressed easily. A lot of factors. Early nights.
Receding gums? Like,
Receding gums, same.
I got them.
And often it can be genetic as well. Like my bottom teeth were really crowded, so I was easily developing cavities in the teeth that were really pressed together for 20 odd years. Stuff gets caught in there and just boom. So often it can depend on you see some people got like more of a horse teeth,
Yeah.
not to make fun of anyone, but that just genetics. Just genetics, Like if you've got a snaggle tooth or something like that, it's just genetics. Some people got perfect dental arch. Nothing gets caught, gums perfect.
Can it be hormonal? Like,
Can be hormonal as well. A lot of factors, blood sugar levels, a lot of factors. Do the best you can. But thankfully we've got access to there's over 2 million registered dentists on the planet now. Some of them pretty dodgy, but we're pretty lucky.
What do you suggest to get rid of like swelling really quickly? Because ever since I came here, literally I've got like cankles, and just from the heat alone, and I don't know if I should take an antihistamine.
How many Ks a day are you riding your bike?
What are you doing?
I just came.
Well, how many Ks did you ride today?
I don't have a bike.
You don't have a bike?
No.
Get a bike today or tomorrow.
I've been walking everywhere. It's
That's
like
good.
To have like exercise and things.
Lymphatic pumping is like the most important thing, and getting enough water in.
And I should do recommend antihistamines to get rid of it quickly?
Should someone use an antihistamine or ride a bike?
Don't use it.
No.
Because that's treating the symptom versus the cause. The cause is lack of exercise, which is natural and healthy. Pop an antihistamine.
And eat fruit.
Yeah.
Lots of fruit. Just don't eat any cooked food for a couple of days.
Or just ride your
2
bike
days.
back from the restaurant.
It'll be clear.
Yeah, for sure. I remember
Don't have salty food because that's
Yeah.
not obviously not going to help
Yeah.
fluid retention.
if you're not doing much sport, then just do a fruitarian diet. But not doing sport is not healthy either. So do sport, eat well, move your body. Because if I just had to wear a handbag and walk around town in flip flops, my body wouldn't like that, for sure.
Yeah.
So a quick
cycling
fix
is
would
the
be
best.
fruit and cycling.
Your
And
legs are
just
going.
water.
You're doing like 90 revolutions a minute, 900 per 10 minutes. You ride your bike for an hour. It's like 3,500 pedal revolutions an hour. Just pumping your lymphatic system.
Yeah.
3,500 times an hour. I rode today for about 4.5 hours. Was that 12,000? My legs went around 12,000 times at speed. It's just pumping that blood, my peripheral pump system, cranking. I can eat the saltiest meal, and next day ride a bike, it's gone. Just sweat, pump it out.
Yeah.
But if I stayed on the couch, I'd be like Cankle Carly, ankles, and I'd be hangry. One time I was on a train and I had a big salty meal the night before, and I woke up in the morning on the train. I was sitting in the chair all day, all night. I booked a train ticket from Bangkok to down south, sort of up to near, and I thought I booked a sleeper cabin. So when you buy your ticket on the train station, make sure you get what you want. So I was like, wow, this sleeper cabin's really cheap. It's only like 40 baht. And it was actually like economy class in the chair. I was like, oh, that's not too bad. It's a good experience. So I sat in a chair for like 16 hours, eating like some salty raw food gourmet meal, and had a bit of sleep. And in the morning when I woke up, I was like, oh, my legs were so swollen. It was like almost painful. And so I was like, oh, I've got my bike. So I got my bike from the back of the train, jumped on, just rode around the street for maybe half an hour, and just ankles went from like cankle to slim. Incredible. Otherwise, I would have been hating life. So definitely the bicycle is like the #1 thing. It's crazy. I think once girls work out cycling's good for legs or whatever, cycling's just going to boom. It's going to go nuts. There's big girls riding bikes down the street full speed. Get out of my way!
Yeah, I hope so.
It's
That
going
would
to
be
go
awesome.
nuts, man.
That
It's
would
going
be
to go
awesome.
nuts.
Gordon.
When you first met, we wore trousers. Has that ever changed?
When we first met, who wore the pants and has
I'll
it
give
ever
you a hint.
changed?
Who's wearing the trousers right now? Who's wearing the pants?
I think
Oh, we swap clothes sometimes.
you're pretty neutral. I think you want to when you share common interests, you generally go on the same path together.
Mum looks like she wants to say something.
I think the more common interests you have with someone, the more of a team you form, and then there's no one's got a hand or whatever like in a typical relationship. You become a team, like a bicycle. The wheel's not more important than the frame, because without one, there's no bike. So once you understand that in the team relationship, then there's no I in team. So we're pretty even, really. But
We've worked it out after 7.5 years.
we've got so much common interests, you know.
What's that?
Yeah, Freelee.
Oh, what's that? Oh.
None of us wears the pants. None of us. It's 50-50, really.
Yeah, like we've got good suggestions for each other, and we'll if it's beneficial, we'll do it.
I think in a relationship, if someone's more dominant, if someone's 60-40, I don't think it really works. Well, for me, it wouldn't work.
We're two pretty strong personalities too, so
I said the other day that for me, for a relationship to succeed, there has to be like 95% complicity. But that's only if that person wants that as well. You got to want it. So I'll give Freelee orders, drop and give me 20, but she wants that, you know. So it's more. It's not so much dominance as more just guidance.
yeah, if there's something beneficial, I'll definitely take it on. I'll be like, yeah, that's a great idea. But if I don't, I won't do it. So it's like that.
That's right. And then that's where conflict
And he
starts.
beats me up.
So I think you want to have a team versus trying to get hand. I've been in plenty of relationships where you're trying to get hand over someone, and that's more of a business transaction than a real relationship for me. So you want to have...
It's probably why a lot of relationships don't last. Like the communication, one person being a lot more dominant.
A lot of relationships start because they end a period of sexual starvation for a lot of guys, or loneliness for a lot of women, or financial situations for either parties. So people get into a relationship because it ends a period of financial or sexual or attention starvation, and then it's good for a bit, but you don't have enough common interest to really keep it going, and then it becomes 60-40 or 70-30 or whatever. And people often go to a relationship to get something out of it, and then it starts to fade pretty quick, I reckon. But if you go to a relationship to give, and you have two people giving versus two people trying to get.
Yeah, I think most relationships in the mainstream are started from just attraction. I'm attracted to you, you're attracted to me, and there isn't any common interest. And that's just not going to last. You need to have those common interests. And that's why we're like... I remember when we got together, I was like, oh my God, someone finally understands me and wants to talk about fruit and wants to talk about this fitness and all the things I was into. So that was like really refreshing. It's really good.
And I was like, Freelee, sell your car, buy a bike. She's like, okay.
I was wanting to do that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
it was out of that mainstream.
I wasn't like, you sell your car or I leave. I was like, hey, how about you sell your car, we ride bikes for a few years? She's like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah. So it's guidance versus dominance.
We guide each other.
Guide. Yeah. You're going to find someone who's on the same page. Otherwise, it's going to be constant conflict.
Because we were already raw vegan by ourselves before we met, and we liked that in each other. And we wrote like a list of what we wanted in a partner, and we basically ticked the list off everything.
Lists are powerful. It's like when you go to a bike shop.
You wrote a list, huh?
I had a list as well.
Yeah, a list. We both have a list.
It's like when you go to a bike shop, if you just go in there and look what colour you like and just buy it, generally it doesn't work because you go to go up right up a hill and you're like, oh, wow, this is not working. The gears are clunking or the gears aren't good enough or whatever. Or you go to go down the hill and the brakes don't work because you picked a beach cruiser. So you always want to have a list in life of what you want in a partnership. I reckon that's a great idea. Such a profound thing. So many people are like, oh, I just keep meeting the wrong girl or the wrong guy. And I'm like, what's your list say? You're like, list? That's corny. That's cheesy. It's cashew cheesy. And I'm like, you've got to have a list. Have a list and share it with your friends, read it daily. And then you'll start to then you can hone in on a partner that you want in your life.
Yeah, start visualizing them, do vision booking. That's so powerful. That's like how I've basically created my life as it is today through vision booking. Like back in 2006. It's incredible. Yeah,
I wrote down goals for this event. I want to attract fit people, I want to attract carved up people, rainbows, etc. And this is what we've got in front of us, I remember last year I was saying to someone, I want to be, next year in 2015, I want to get my ass kicked up these climbs. Now I've got 3 or 4 guys in front of me every single time, I'm like, today, riding a pole, I'm like, I'm almost having an asthma attack and he's not even breathing. She's like looking around the views, that's pretty cool, isn't it? But, yeah. So that's what I wanted last year. I said, I want to have some guys here to just show me how it's done. So it's good.
I think Paul had a question.
You got to manifest, write down what you want, manifest it.
I did have a question.
Paul.
It's quite a weird question, but I think it's quite relevant to the debate. I just wanted to ask, what's the longest amount of time you guys have worn one set of clothes without washing it?
What's the longest time we have worn Paul's kind way of saying, how you stink? What's the longest time we've gone wearing the same set of clothes without washing them?
This is your question.
I did some washing today. I think it would be when I cycled across Australia from Adelaide to Perth. 2 weeks. I didn't wash my clothes for 2 weeks.
It's been longer.
Got 200 k's a day.
At least a month.
Just had one. I had like one shirt, pair of bike shorts and a pair of running shorts. But out in the Nullarbor, no one really around.
But he does wash them in the shower most nights.
Oh yeah, generally wash my stuff every night in the shower. Bring it out and then once a week in the washing machine. Don't get too close anyway.
Except that vegan shirt, that never really gets washed.
It gets washed. Just gets worn well.
It adds to the character. The essence.
But
what about our friend who got it out of the bin, your old vegan shirt? Tell that story.
One of my other vegan shirts, I'd worn it so much that the neck had ripped through and I couldn't wear it anymore. So I used it as a bike rag, and eventually I put it in the bin. And her friend Diana was staying at my place, and she was going through the bin. She's like, "Oh, there's one of Harley's old shirts there." So she pulled it out, chucked it in the washing machine, washed the grease off of it.
She washed it. No, she didn't.
Oh.
She said she didn't wash it. She wore it, and she wore it to bed. And she wore it for like days on end. It's hilarious.
So you can extend your life of your clothing, you know, it's the moral of the story.
She appreciated the smell, you know, the character.
The character, man. Character. Ode to Durianrider.
Ode to Durianrider.
But you can wear stuff out a lot. I'll get satisfaction out of wearing something out. As long as it's safe. You don't want to wear something out and never get an injury because you're like a... if your handlebar's bent, don't try and bend it back and ride it till it snaps. Obviously chuck it in the recycling bin and get another one. But with clothing you can push it pretty hard. Like these running shoes have got a hole, but there's still heaps of life left. Going great. What do we recommend for cycling in winter time? Come to Thailand.
Yeah, don't do it.
No, which country, which place? That is cold. What's our thoughts on fasting? Like when? Like at night time or?
It's not working for him. Definitely not.
David Wolf talks about water fasting. I used to follow David Wolf a lot back in the early 2000s. I went to one of his talks in London in 2003, and I find David Wolf, he was a disappointment for me. Just a guy, chronic drug addict, exploiting women, you know, putting date rape drugs like the hypnol, the ecstasy in girls' drinks, chocolate drinks, and then when they're like drugged up, you know, sexually forward on those women. And if you look it up on the internet, it happens a lot. But a lot of girls don't talk about it because they're ashamed, or they just don't want to believe that actually happened. So for predators like David Wolf, I don't have much time for him. He's pretty much stolen all his work from Anthony Robbins or other raw food guys. But David Wolf for me would be a scumbag, a predator. Does he say some good things now and then? Definitely, definitely. But as an individual, yeah, not much time for him. But the questions are more about fasting. I've seen too many die. I've seen too many of my friends personally die from water fasting. Really recommend it anymore. I've had friends who fasted and had no worries. But I've also had friends who dead, mental institutions, or in the hospital having blood transfusions, etc. So fasting, I think fasting is probably better for someone who's like living a digital nomad lifestyle, plenty of money, no kids, no worries, no stress, maybe a bit of weight on them, they can spare it. Fasting's pretty draining for most people.
Yeah, you're forcing it.
And generally it's forced fast, so yeah.
You know, when your brain wants to eat, you need nourishment. It's saying, give me nutrition. And then when you're forcing it and you're saying, no, you're not getting this nutrition, that's never healthy. Like the brain will tell us when we truly need to fast. And that's, you know, maybe a serious injury.
But both myself and Freelee have experience with water fasting ourselves. I've supervised a few water fasts in Costa Rica with Doug Graham's retreat, and I'd say 1 out of 100 is beneficial. I would recommend someone does a clean diet and sport and early nights, get out of toxic relationships with people before you even think about water fasting. So, master cleanse? Again, any cleanse, it just treats the symptom versus the cause. If someone's still eating shit, if they're still in a shitty relationship, if they're still in a job they hate, to buy crap they don't need, to impress people who don't give a fuck about them, they're still going back to that, So my question to someone is, okay, you've got a water fast in the cleanse, what are you going to do when you go back to the real world? Because what you do in the real world is life. So I would recommend people don't do the shortcuts because they're just, it's like a video game like Super Mario World or whatever, where you think you're going to go to stage 10 and you jump down the thing and die. Most of the time you jump down, you don't go to the magic world, you go to death. So with fasting or juice cleansing, most of the time people just, 99% of the time, it's negative.
The answer is right in front of us, fruit. You know, just get the fruit in. Fruit is so cleansing.
Sport, ride your bikes.
But we don't want to think it's that simple. You know what I mean? It's like, fruit is queen when it comes to detox and cleansing
And 99% of my friends who fast, they gain all the weight back on over a year or 2 years, and they're like, oh, I didn't really like this. A couple of friends who do it well, they get straight back in exercise, they're cranking. You know, they're eating really well.
And they're generally fit beforehand.
Yeah, or I would say just do that before, you know, eat clean, train well, live life good beforehand. Versus
I really truly believe it does more damage than good, and the body actually has to heal from that and recover from that. It can take over a year.
99% of the time. I've seen 1 or 2, 3 successful fasts, but most of the time it's too draining, too much recovery time, too much chance of death or going crazy.
2 or 3 out of how many? Hundreds.
Hundreds.
Forcing something like that, just forcing.
I know 4 people have died from water fasting, you know, like healthy people. So it's not something I can recommend anymore.
It's mainly to do with weight loss.
Most 99.99% of people fast for weight loss. You will lose weight, but it's going to be coming back. 99.9% of the time.
And it's not really a deep clean because you need that lymphatic pumping to happen, and that doesn't happen during a fast because you're basically lying down most of the time. So you're not really getting a super deep clean like you do when you're, you know, getting enough fruit in, getting enough water, exercising. That's when you're getting that full deep cleanse.
The main benefits of fasting I see is people get away from their husband or wife or kids they hate. They get away from their job they fucking hate. They're not eating the hot dogs or whatever crap they're eating. And they're just chilling out in some tropical paradise in a bed, just chilling. They're the main benefits. So I would say do all that, but actually eat and train instead of laying in bed all day. That'd be my tip. Based on, I've been in the water fasting area since maybe 2002. 2004 was the first time I saw someone die during a water fast, and then that started, questions started getting asked by myself, you know. So,
I water fasted back in 2007 for 30 days, not in a row, but throughout 2007, 30 days non-consecutively.
And you gained weight like nothing, like.
Yeah, like I did about 12 days on water, and I was still working at the gym. Still lifting weights, still training clients. It was so dangerous. Like lifting barbells above clients' heads on, day 6 of no food, no water. It was crazy, and it's not the way obviously you should fast, but I don't believe in fasting anyway, so. But the following year I was fatter than ever. So that was a big part of why. Because the brain's like, oh my god, we're going to have to store energy now. We're going to have to store energy in case there's another famine. Is this girl going to starve us again or what? It's crazy.
So 99.9999% of the time, we don't recommend fasting, juice cleansing, master cleanse. 99.99% of the time treats the symptom versus the cause. And people will find disagree with us, but this is just based on our personal experience. When you see someone die, your housemate you've known for maybe 10 years, and you see him die, then it wakes you up.
Yeah, just keep in mind, you could be doing more damage than good. And that's just not worth it. Good.
Do we enjoy dancing?
Show us your best moves, Harley.
No cameras. Do we enjoy dancing? What are our best moves? I'm not much of a dancer. I prefer dancing on the bike. Freelee likes dancing though. She used to be a stripper. So, yeah.
Come on, Mike, give me a break. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Good money, but there's better money on YouTube now for strippers. But yeah.
I love dancing. Love it. So good. African beats, yeah. Love that. Can't think of it. It's been a while. I'll get back to you on that one.
So we have an Afrobeat class.
Afro beats, that would be awesome. I love it, like, yeah. Preferably outside, in the rain, jungle beats, good.
Is there any traffic rules in Thailand? There's rules, but there's no rules. The number one rule of traffic in Thailand, there is no rules, so you just have to pay attention. But if you, I remember a friend coming, well actually the first time I came to Thailand, in 2005 on my bike, I put my Australian road rules to Thailand, and almost got killed in the first 30 seconds. I'm like, you have to stop for me, it's a pedestrian crossing. Cars just, they're like, how rude. And then I realised, oh, this is Thailand. The only rule is don't hit anyone. And don't get hit.
Any rules,
Just pay attention. I wasn't paying attention before at 7-Eleven, we were getting juice, and I just sort of stepped out without looking right, just because I had my Australian road rule mentality on. Someone's like, phew. I almost caused an accident because I wasn't paying attention. Because my ego is going, I'm an Aussie, this is how we do things in Australia, and then, zoom, whoa, I'm in Thailand, Harley. Bring it back. So Thailand, the only rule, the main rules are pay attention, don't hit anyone, and don't get hit. We were doing like 50k an hour down our bikes in a pace line, and then some guy in front of us wants to do a U-turn on a motorbike, so he just sort of stops dead, and we're just like split like sardines around a tuna. So, there's no rules.
Is that how it happens?
Just whole shot it. Yeah. Or what you can do, if you want to try and think there's rules, observe the roundabout for an hour. Meditate, visualise that roundabout for 1 hour, meditate on there, and just see if what you can pick up. My observation, there's no rules other than you just go. And don't get hit or hit anyone. Pay attention if in doubt. So, yeah. Traffic in Thailand is like life. If you're not paying attention, you're going to hit something or someone's going to hit you. You're going to come a cropper. So always pay attention. Be carved up, hydrated, well slept. One more question, we've got din-dins. Mary, abundance.
Yes. What about lower back pain, like after cycling? What's the main cause? Like I think bike fit is important, and also maybe maybe because you're not as used to climbing hills. Or what's the main cause?
Lower back pain after sex or cycling?
After
Oh,
cycling.
sorry, cycling. I used to get that. Just going up the hills a lot. Your back muscles are like, oh, you know, it's like just new exercise.
Yeah.
So what you can do, get out and saddle more, dance on the bike, shift your position a bit on the bike, just sort of like, you know, moving around a bit. Maybe you're holding onto the bars too tight up the hill. Yeah, you just play with it, move your body, get out the saddle, dance on the bike as you go up the hill. It definitely does pass over time. But,
like getting used to it.
Oh yeah, my back used to ache, like agony.
Good to know.
Yeah. But it's just like
flexibility as well.
Yeah,
How's your flexibility?
Quite good actually.
Yeah.
You could work on it or not really?
Not really actively. I could work better on it. But
how many kilometres did you do in the last year? From this time last year, maybe 5,000 or less, more.
Like 100 kilometers per week.
I'd say maybe 5,000. That's good. Generally, the back pain happens in the first year. Or did for me. A lot of people I've coached. Just the first year, and then eventually just sort of grows out of it.
Yeah.
So just keep pushing. Yeah. And if you need to, just get off your bike, have a bit of a stretch. You know. Child pose is good. Where you're on the ground. Things like that.
What about back pain after sex?
Back pain after sex.
Everyone's wondering now.
give him a high five.
Child's pose.
Give him a high five. And then do child's pose yoga asana. Last one in a sec.
We've got a big crowd here. We should do the carbon fuck up, and pan around or something.
On the last day, we'll.
Okay.
Is colonics?
No.
Colonics better than fasting. Again, colonics another topic. Sensitive one. When a colonic, you're pushing water up instead of going down. So we've both done colonics.
Fruit. Yeah, I've done them. Oh, yeah.
Do the Chiang Mai colon blow. 4 kilos of dragon fruit in one day. Don't leave your hotel room. You'll be blowing that porcelain. If you crack the toilet, don't blame us. Dragon fruit.
You're all class.
Cheaper,
You're all
safer.
class.
Colon blow. Chiang Mai colon blow technique. Hashtag. What's that? If you give me money, can I buy you a 6-pack? Champadak. I haven't seen any in Champadak. Who's seen Champadak in Chiang Mai? Champadak is like a skinny jackfruit, Sweden jackfruit. Malaysia is easy to get. The best bet would be Muang Mai Market. If it's anywhere, it's going to be there generally. I haven't seen any in Chiang Mai. But if I see any, I'll let you know. Do you know what it looks like? Yes, it's like a jackfruit, but really straight and skinny.
Just last question here.
Alright, one more.
The best places to eat in Chiang Mai?
Best place to eat in Chiang Mai.
The one with
Who
your
likes
favourite-
Morning Glory? It's pretty popular. What about Make It E?
Oh, that's quite popular.
Happy Green?
Happy Green.
Happy Green? Minh Quan? Minh Quan? Mr. Miyagi's? Yeah.
So why does everyone like Mai Kari?
Why do you like Mai Kari? Flavour? Authentic Thai vegan cuisine? Sounds good.
Where's the best dumplings? Okay. That's good to know. Dumpling Island, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you could literally eat at a vegan vegetarian restaurant every day you're here, and still not do all of them, because a lot of them aren't even on a Happy Cow website.
It's amazing.
So I was out riding this morning, and I found a restaurant I've never seen before. So it's heaps out there, endless. But there's Bodhi Tree as well, and you get Gap's House, I think.
I can't believe how many vegan places
I think
there
it's over 80 on the internet.
Amazing.
And there's probably going to be maybe 150 in the area.
Imagine Adelaide was like
10-mile radius, or at least I reckon at least 150. Insane.
Imagine Adelaide or the Gold Coast was like that.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow at 7 a.m. for the run or ride. Check the Facebook group for details. Enjoy dinner.
Thank you.